We have the first female vice president, the first woman ever. Say that out loud. First woman ever. Like, it blows my mind when you think about it. This is the first woman vice president. What happened to us that we allowed this misogynistic world to exist that this is the case? Ugh. Anyways, first woman vice president. First black vice president. First South Asian American vice president. First black woman. You know, like, wow, this is exciting. How could you not be into what this meant today? I remember, and I distinctly remember this. This is one of those things where you feel yourself in the situation, right? I remember being a little girl and my mom, talking to my mom about what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I told her I wanted to be president of the United States. And my mom looked at me and she said, that's not going to happen. Women can't be president. No, don't go judging her. She was in the 70s and she was living in a world of misogyny. To her, she probably looked around and thought, that's the reality. It can never happen. So this is like, I don't know, to me it's like gay marriage. I wasn't sure that this would happen in my lifetime because things seem to move so slowly in that realm, right? Yeah, first woman. And the thing that I really liked about watching the inauguration was what I saw on that stage or in the front of the Capitol there. That was the America I know, right? Like, you looked around and it was just variation of different colored faces, and it was different genders, and just blend of differences. What a beautiful thing to see. And all of this is coming to a conversation that I've been having in my head about the value of our time, what we do with it, and what you value, and so what is meaningful and what is boring today. Yeah. So breathing through and celebrating that we have a female vice president. That's super cool. I'm also, I want to share something with you which is very cool and strange. So yesterday this week essentially, I've been having conversations with, I have my oncologist at Rush that I work with. I also have my original oncologist that I dealt with for the first year of my disease. She moved, and I didn't want to follow her because I absolutely love the ecosystem inside of Rush, but I do meet with her for her mind. So my oncologist at Rush, this amazing Dr. Jane, and then Rush is so amazing that you have so many people in your corner. So I also met with one of my surgeons and someone else, and all of these conversations were to basically pick everyone's mind and see like where I'm at today. We have been in crisis for the last 2 years with my cancer. Kind of how we have been in a state of crisis. No matter what side of that crisis you felt you were on, we have been in a state of crisis for 4 years. Everything has been so importantly disastrously important, whether it was or not. And that's kind of what it's like in the world of cancer. And so I do find it really funny that as we're moving as a country into maybe a little less blowhorn bullshit and just looking at problems and solving them, evening out a little, maybe turning the temperature down, whatever you want to call it. I'm coming into that phase apparently with cancer. So everyone that I met with this week shared that the chemo is working. We're on scan number 2, so it's definitely working. In everyone's opinion, I probably won't see growth at least for 4 to 6 months. I should be kind of good to just live. There we go, back to breathing. There we go, right? So the reason I wanted to meet with everyone is because I have been in crisis. Everything has been, this is the next step, next go, and you can't take your eye, and we have to do this all the time because I'm fighting for my life all the time. And nothing's changed. The cancer is still there. They just think that they've got a hold of it and that maybe I can breathe a little and then not take my eye off of it. But maybe spend the next 4 to 6 months just going to treatment and living. And as you can see, I'm handling the treatment. So I think I'm leaving crisis for a little while. And now everything's gonna be like this. In talking to all of these doctors this past week, it's not as if I've forgotten this, but I was definitely reminded of where I was and where I am today. I have the opportunity that I dreamt about, laying in bed for a year thinking, what if I had one more chance? What would that be like? What would I want to do? Right? I thought, and I felt very comfortable with, the totality of my life, I guess you could say, right? Like everyone makes a bucket list, right? What are the things you're gonna do before you die? I don't have one. It was the gift my grandmother gave me. My grandmother died when I was very young, and she was very much part of, more so. She was a really awesome person in my life because my parents did not adulting well. They did not do adulting well, for sure. Anyways, she passed when I was young, but one of the things that she told me was, as she was dying of cancer, she told me that don't be stupid. Plan for tomorrow. Just live for today. If you want to do something, do it. If you want to own something, get it. Work towards it. Whatever that is. Make your dreams come true now, in the now. But again, don't be stupid. Plan for tomorrow so that you have something for a rainy day. And the reason that was so profound to me was, this was a woman who worked on a farm, and everything was, when we sell the farm, when we sell the farm, when we sell the farm. She works 7 days a week. When we sell the farm. So she sold the farm. And then she got cancer, and then she died. So, talk about live for the day. But it impacted me, and I have been around the world. I've had so many amazing experiences that I forget the amazing experiences I've had. That's a life well lived. those were the thoughts that I had when I was first diagnosed. When I came, I guess, to peace with, I felt okay in that I really led a good life in the end. Well, as time went on, as I was laying there sick, I would think about, what if I just had one more chance? What if I could ride my bike one more time? What I wouldn't give to go for a run, to hike through the mountains. Thing is, I kept dreaming and reaching for that goal, and it's happening. I did ride my bike one more time this summer. I had a peak, and I was able to do it, and it was glorious. And as with cancer and treatment, I physically went back downhill. It's okay, I got to ride my bike again. But I keep working towards the goal. And you know what? Last week, I ran a mile. Okay, it was a shuffle type of jog, but it happened. It happened. So, yeah. It hasn't gone away. It's still gonna kill me. And, but for right now, I think I'm gonna get to do a few things. Yeah, it's the first time we haven't been in crisis. And I think for many of you, you can appreciate and understand that, because today was the first time we weren't in crisis. We're celebrating a momentous day of first woman vice president. Now, there will be no mother that can look at their little girl and say, no, that can't happen. Women can't do that.